Hello to you. This is how to burn the Koran the proper way, because the Koran is the most socially poisonous book ever created or ever produced. Once again, how to burn the Koran the proper way, because the Koran is the most sociology, human race, socially poisonous and cancerous book ever created, ever written, or ever produced. What the Koran in fact stands for. Number one, the Koran accepts and demands female child rape 1 through 9 years old, prepubescent children, and Muslims have committed more acts of child rape than any other group on earth. Number two, the Quran accepts and demands physically beating women simply because she disagrees with you. Number three, the Quran accepts and commands the raping of women and the stoning to death of women for being raped. Number four, the Quran demands and commands the killing of every human on earth for not believing in Allah, a desert moon god with 3 daughters. Number five, you have no rights, 0%, to your life, religion, political system, etc. in Islam and the Quran. Number six, you have no right not to be a Muslim. You must become a Muslim that is, or a Muslim slave, or die. Number seven, the Quran demands and commands genocide against 25 million Jews just because they are Jews. Number eight, the Quran demands and commands genocide against 1.2 billion Christians just because they are Christians. Number nine, the Quran demands and commands genocide against 10 million Scientologists, Shintoists, Zoroastrians just because they are Scientologists, Shintoists, and Zoroastrians. Number 10, down here, number 10, the Quran demands and commands genocide against 500 million Buddhists just because they are Buddhist. Number 11, at the bottom, the Quran demands and commands genocide against 500 plus million Hindus just because they are Hindus. To continue, number 12, at the top, the Quran accepts and commands the genocide against all Democrats, Republicans, Socialists, banks, and bankers for usury or charging interest. Number 13, the Quran accepts and commands genocide against all communists, capitalists, etc. Number 14, in the Quran, it commands the overthrow and conquering of every non-Islamic country on earth. Number 15, the Quran demands that every human must become a Muslim or a Muslim slave or die. Number 16, the Quran accepts and commands the genocide against every atheist scientist, which is just about every scientist on earth, and agnostic, etc., simply because they are atheists, simply because they are scientists that won't go along with Islam. Number 17, the Quran demands that every culture on earth accept Islamic culture be totally and completely destroyed and wiped out. All of its art, all forms, economic systems, except slavery, of which Muhammad, the Muslims' false prophet, captured, sold, and traded, especially blacks, etc. Number 18, right here. Because of the Koran, the Muslims' most sacred and holiest book, Muslims have killed 270 million to 280 million humans in 1,405 years, more than any other group on earth. Have committed more acts of genocide than any other group on earth, to subdue the whole of humanity, to force the human race to become Muslims and to worship Allah, the desert moon god with 3 daughters. Number 19 at the bottom. In the Quran, you have no rights or freedoms, 0%, as a Muslim or non-Muslim, both. If you leave Islam, you die. If you refuse to be a Muslim or a Muslim slave, you die. You have no rights to life, which is the highest right there is. This is the reason why you burn the Quran. Well, let's start it. The Quran, let's see. There you go. That should be enough to get the point across. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching, and have a very nice day. And death to Islam, complete and total death to Islam. And all Muslims who refuses to give other people the right to live.